Where have you been tonight, honey?
Now, are you a jackal or a giraffe?
Doesn't know yet.
Because asking a question like that at the beginning of a communication is a good way to look like a jackal to the other person. If you really wanted to look even more jackalish, you would have asked a why question. Questions usually have a very intimidating effect on other people. Why? Because behind a relatively simple question like you just asked, there's often a lot of feeling. And unexpressed feeling, like hurt or sadness or frustration, almost always get heard by another person as aggression, even when they're asked in a very nice tone of voice. So, were there feelings behind that question, Giraffe?
Yeah.
Fear. That's the kind of thing that if we have fear, then we really need to bring it out on the table, because it'll be less likely to be heard as aggressive. So you're feeling frightened because of why? What need of yours is behind the fear?
What is happening here?
So is that your answer?
Here?
You're the giraffe, right? And you're feeling frightened.
No. The giraffe has had a nice evening and is open and wants to tell about the night.
So the giraffe just wants some connection with the other person. So let's see how it might sound. So I'm very eager for us to have some sharing this evening, and I'd really like to know how your evening went. All right. How's that? How do you like that response from the jackal?
Could you tell me more?
Well, what do you want to know?
What have you been doing?
Oh, just usual stuff. Let's get the giraffe in here to help you out a bit. Jackal, I'm somewhat disappointed about the kind of discussions that we have. I just would like to know more what goes on inside of you at times. And I don't know how to get it from you in a way that feels safe and comfortable for you. So, like right now, I opened up a lot to tell you what I just did, and I'd like to know, how do you feel when I say this? I feel that now we already know it's not going to be a feeling. As soon as the jackal puts the word that after the word feel, he knows the jackal is up in his head. I feel that you got a right to ask. Yeah, and see, Jackal, like right now what's happening is what happens to me periodically in our relationship. I ask for a feeling, and I don't know how you feel. I told you, I feel you have a right to ask for whatever you want. But from that, I hear that what you think it's okay that I ask, but I don't know how you feel, Jackal. Like, how do you feel when I tell you that I would like there to be a different level of intimacy when we communicate? How do you feel when I say that? I don't have any feelings about it. Like, I sensed just there from the tone of your voice that you were angry. And I'd like to know if that's so. No, I wouldn't say I was angry. Well, at least I know what you're not feeling. But what are you feeling then? I feel that you're pressuring me. Then you're feeling irritated? Well, that's what I said, isn't it? Well, I'd like to point out that you gave me a diagnosis of me. You said that you thought I was pressuring you. And I wasn't getting from you what I was really hoping to get from you. How are you feeling, Jackal? Why is it so important to talk about feelings all the time? Well, like right now, I can show you. Like when you just asked that question. I don't know whether you're hurt, scared, angry, confused behind that question. You seem to have a lot of feelings. But when I sense that you have the feelings and you don't say them, you don't know. So how do you feel right now when I tell you this? Well, it's not how my family communicates. You're annoyed with me for asking? No, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So you're feeling worried that you may not be able to do this as rapidly as I would like? Yeah, you could say that. I'm worried. Well, see, Jackal, just hearing this, just this much connection with you is what I've been longing for, that we be able to connect with each other's feelings. I can be quite patient if I knew that you really wanted to work at it, but I still don't know how you feel about this idea of bringing feelings into our conversation more. I think it's a good idea. You're glad that I brought this up? Well, that's what I said, isn't it? If you followed me around in my work, no matter which country it is, you'd see that I have the following conversation sooner or later. It's usually a woman comes up to me at the end of a workshop, and she'll start something like this. Marshall, I wouldn't want you to get the wrong idea. I have a very wonderful husband. What's the next word? But I never know what he's feeling. I never know what he's feeling. And this presents a real limitation to the quality of interaction, the quality of intimacy that people can experience when they don't have access to feeling. But coming out of the cultural background that I did, it's very easy for me to understand how men don't get much opportunity to express their feelings. In the culture I grew up in, our cultural heroes were not good giraffe speakers. I don't know about your cultural heroes, but did John Wayne ever get around to these parts? You know what I'm talking about, John Wayne? Well, John did not have a good and feeling vocabulary. He had a very good diagnostic system, very simple and easy to use. He'd swing open the tavern doors, and there could be 6 pistols trained on him. I never recall him saying he was scared. Now, how did John communicate? He'd label people. He had 2 labels. They were either good guys, in which case you buy them a drink, or bad guys, you kill them. You see, with that way of thinking, you don't have to worry about nuances like how to express emotions. Good guys, buy them a drink. Bad guys, kill them. I grew up believing what was expected of me was to prove how strong and violent I could be. But now John Wayne is no longer my hero, and I'm going to allow gentleness to show. I've been afraid to admit it when I've been lonely or sad. I thought feelings were weakness, and I thought weakness was bad. But now John Wayne is no longer my hero, and I'm going to allow gentleness to show. So I don't know, is this the kind of situation that you had in mind, or have I got, that is close to it. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, such jackals are wide breeding jackals.